I yield 2 minutes to the gentleman from Florida, Mr. DeSantis.
Gentleman from Florida is recognized for 2 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise in support of this measure. I think it's important to point out when you talk about civilian control, Jim Mattis is, in fact, a civilian. He's not in command of any Marine divisions right now, and I don't think prior military service should be held against him when he has the ability to offer additional service to the country. I hear this argument that, well, he's a retired general, he's subject to the UCMJ. That is not an argument that has much merit, because if that were the case, you couldn't have retired military officers serve in the Congress, because if they were still considered military officers, it would violate the incompatibility clause of the Constitution. Now, this 7-year statutory restriction, I think it's understandable, but I don't think it's in any way sacrosanct. If you go back to the founding of our country, a 7-year restriction would have prevented George Washington from being the first civilian commander-in-chief, because he had resigned his commission in 1784. He took the oath of office as our first president, 1789. Nobody was under any illusions that he was a civilian, and he was somebody who was revered. Now, it's true the founders feared the civil being subordinate to the military, but that's because they thought Republican government could be overrun by a military junta. We don't have that danger here. We have a civilian president of the United States, a civilian Congress that's charged under the Constitution with providing and maintaining our Navy, with raising and supporting our armies, and prescribing rules for the regulation of the armed forces. And we will have Jim Mattis, who is a civilian, as a Secretary of Defense. This man, Jim Mattis, has been a faithful servant to our country. He's also a strategic thinker who I think can do a great job in rebuilding our military and getting our national security policy on a firmer, stronger foundation. And with that, I yield back the balance of my time.